everyone. So now that my new film, The Bird Has Left the Nest, has been released, I've decided to answer some of your burning questions. So firstly, someone asked, how does your product use or challenge conventions? It's a great question. So my film follows the conventions of the drama genre while also subtly going against the normal expectations. So we start out with a freshly graduated girl packing her suitcases to prepare for leaving for college, and her girlfriend is standing in the doorway, so it's kind of an emotional, sappy scene. And this kind of leads way to the feels of a coming of age film, but this is then challenged by a twist for our viewers where the girlfriend answers her phone and says, "The bird has left the nest," which immediately changes the tone from emotional to a more secretive, mysterious feel. So that blend of drama with hints of potential thriller elements challenges the expectations and hopefully creates an exciting mystery for our audience. So the MPAA rating for my film is PG-13, chosen based off of elements of emotional maturity, a romantic same-sex relationship, and a subtle implication of possible danger. So while there isn't any graphic content, there is still undertones that require a more emotional and cognitive maturity that align more with the PG-13 audience who can understand relationships and identity and the deeper psychological layers of my movie. So our production company name is Natlive Ava because this is a creative combination of all the big heads and collaboration that were done behind the scenes. Our logo appears briefly and cleanly at the start of our film. So for our film, we used a wide shot with multiple angles, including one of the angles being from inside of the trunk while the characters are loading the suitcase in to establish the setting and the intimacy and tension and also subtle suspense. So the mise-en-scene includes soft lighting, pastel bedroom colors, and a pretty everyday clothing to really ground our story in realism. Anna is wearing more simple clothing to kind of reflect her role as the relatable protagonist, while Liam is intentionally dressed in a masked lesbian presenting aesthetic to subtly hint at the LGBTQ plus identity while not directly stating it to accurately represent the marginalized group. The soundtrack starts with upbeat solfeggio tones to give a hopeful and sentimental feel, and then shifts to a more ambient, eerie sounds, and then finally spy-like music when Liam answers the phone. So that tonal shift really signals a deeper narrative is unfolding and suggests deception or hidden intentions. The credits include the actors' names and key crew member roles, including the director, editor, and writers. And these are all placed thoughtfully at the beginning of the film during quiet moments to not distract from the emotional feels. The title, The Bird Has Left the Nest, appears in plain white text and kind of melts onto the screen to really visually emphasize the themes of departure, transformation, and possible danger. We really hook our audience in with the shift from the emotional goodbye to the cryptic phone call that raises questions like who was on the phone with Liam, why are they calling, is Anna in danger, and all of these enigmas really carry the film forward. The drama genre is reinforced through emotional acting, realistic props, the home setting, and the transitions between music and sounds. The use of technology, especially through dynamic shots, including the trunk POV and shot reverse shots, really immerses the audience and reveals the emotional nuances for both characters. So the next question is, how does your product represent social groups or issues? So the film opening represents the LGBTQ plus community through the central relationship between Anna and Liam, who are two young girls navigating a challenging change. Liam's mask-presenting outfit really challenges the traditional gender norms and supports the visibility of non-conforming identities. Their relationship is portrayed naturally and emotionally without sensationalism or stereotypes. A key social issue that is hinted at is hidden identity or duality. So possibly touching on themes of closeted life, secret government operations, and even just identity surveillance. So Liam's final line, "The bird has left the nest," is paired with spy music to really imply a deeper narrative, perhaps involving secret underground government work or betrayal. And this is left deliberately vague to really keep the mystery alive for the audience. By blending personal relatable themes with subtle underfeelings of something being off and mysterious, the film really speaks to the Gen Z audience as they are familiar with the identity exploration, emotional change, and that feeling of growing up while sensing something's off.